care to listen, I'll go ahead and do this. You know what? Let's do the first one as negative, negative. And I'm going to do number 4, maybe. I can get my pen working here. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. There we go. Okay, and I know I got to do something because already this is getting finicky here. Yeah, good. Yep, there we go. Get to see live how we struggle with this program. Struggle. Yeah, it's not activating. Got that little working circle. I love life. Oh, I guess restart the program. Computer's degrading. I'm glad this is on the video. All right, let's try that again. I have no idea what this is. I don't know. Okay, try this one more time. Nope, still not working. Can't drag. Can't move the screen. Stuck. This is great. Fantastic. Hey, we did it. Okay, let's try to do the thing I tried to do in the first place. Just wanted a more challenging question, so let's make it -3, -4. What quadrant's that in, everybody? Well, I lost the students. They're not paying attention. -4. This is in quadrant 3. So where should your angle measure be? In quadrant 3. By the way, 3, 4, anyone? 3, 4, what is this then? Back to the origin. 5. That's just a Pythagorean identity. Now, the reason I wanted to do this is a polar coordinate that I want to create from a rectangular coordinate. So this is going to be r comma theta. We do want to write this as a coordinate. So r is 5, right? Because that's a distance of 5 back to the origin. Now what I want to do is go to my calculator. The problem with negative divided by a negative, that's the wrong thing. What's a negative divided by a negative? Positive. So I actually have to inverse tan. Was it 4/3? Sorry, let me look at it again. Yeah, -4 over -3. Fine. I'll type in both negatives as well. Second tan, so you inverse tan, -4 divided by -3. And we end up with 0.927, and that's good enough. Where's that located, though, everyone? Where's 0.927? I don't know why that's doing that. And the answer is quadrant 1, because this is between 0 and 1.57. So what is this? Our reference angle. Okay, so how do I name it this way, which is not rocket science? It's this move. How far is that, everyone? Pi, and then continue. So don't be a robot. Oh, this one you add? Well, yeah. Use common sense. All right, and then that's what you end up getting, and then go ahead and type that on the calculator. All right, and then you will get an answer that's between 3.14 and 4.57. I'm sorry, 4.71. That's what 3 pi over 2 is as a decimal. The reason I'm going over this is I want you to know the difference between that format and this one. This format, this is an a plus bi number. So what they're trying to have you emulate is this isn't a real axis, and this is the imaginary axis. We are supposed to treat this like a coordinate, but we can't write our final answer like a coordinate. This has to be cis, right, Dom? As you're rubbernecking, looking at your partner behind you and not looking at what I'm doing up here. All right, so where's 2 comma -5? 2 -5. Wrong. What am I doing? How embarrassing. Which way does 2 move, right or left? Right. I'm a maroon. 2 -5. So really, you don't have to graph, but you should think so that you know your angle measures between 4.71 and 6.28. This is not a big deal. All right? You just got to do one little line of thinking. Okay. So how do I get the r value? Well, that is square root of 2 squared. I think we've had this math before. -5 squared. No, maybe not. 5 squared is 25. 2 squared is 4. So it's root 29. We'll write this in the right format, though, in a moment. Theta is calculator. And then it's -5/2. And then I'll get the answer, and then I'll add the appropriate thing. I must say, open something else there. See that orange thing there? Second tan. Dang it. Short-term memory loss. -5 divided by 2. Didn't know if it was 2/5 or 5/2. -5 divided by 2. I know the calculator is going to give me quadrant 4, but it's a negative. So one more time, that's this angle measure. I need to name it this way. So it is that angle plus 2 pi plus 2 pi. And then I will get that answer. That's between 4.71 and 6.28. So this is 5.093. I'm just trying to get that in there, 5.093. But now how do I write this? It's got to emulate this format. So it is long way, √29 cosine 5.093 plus, sometimes we do I sine. I don't know where to throw the I, the most appropriate. I'm going to write it now. I, bless you, √29 sine 5.093. It's because of a formatting. So again, I'm covering this same exact math, just different questions. And that's what you got to understand. That's why these are shoved together. But then let's finalize it with the simple format. √29 sis 5.093. You got to understand that this means exactly that. This is an allowed shortened version of what I'm writing up above. Okay? So again, difference between A plus BI and just coordinates. Just a minor detail. And I just changed this because I wanted to deal with the quadrant 3 answer and deal with that quadrant 3 conundrum of getting the right angle measure. Okay, I will say this. Do the best you can. If you just want to do evens, I think that's good enough. I do think sometimes we do have too many examples. It's a little bit redundant. If you want to do them all, that's fine as well for that extra practice. Okay, I might throw that in the calendar.